I'm Vani with Life with Vani, and today I'm going to be giving you advice on books for class 6 to 8. Now, before you say how can someone from grade 6 tell what to read for grade 7 and 8, let me tell you something. If you like fantasy books or funny books or comedy books, please trust me on this one. Okay, first on the list we have something really close to Roald Dahl, like a book just like Roald Dahl, and it is the series of David Williams' The Thing. Now, The Thing is basically about a girl who has everything, almost everything, but still wants more. And then, what is a Thing? Thing is a monster. And so, if you have a paperback like me, you'll have the signature, I guess. But yeah, I got this a second-hand book, I guess, but it's super good of quality and super funny, and it's like a normal Roald Dahl book. One thing I suggest, if you find something better that you can like, please do. The Thing is something you can read whenever you want. It doesn't have a series at all, I guess. Okay, so now next book is Narnia. I do not have the first version because that's in Kindle, but yeah, many of you know what Narnia is, and if you have read the first part of a book, then that's good. You should read the rest, like me. So this book is basically about Eustace and Jill from basically book 3, or if you're not counting the wizard, the other two books which are not related to the 4. So Eustace and Jill are wishing themselves to go to Narnia because Eustace is having some problems in school, normal, and now they're gonna save Prince Rilian, the successor of Prince Caspian X. Yes, he's died. It was hard for me too, but it's okay. So yeah, and this is basically the adventure, and guided by a Marshwiggle Puddle Glum, because I'm reading it from the back because I still have heart. Still, I'm struggling to pronounce his name. So yeah, that's it. Now, how many of you have read J.K. Rowling? Comment down below, please. If the comment section is still open, I guess. So you should read this, The Beetle Bard, The Tales of the Beetle Bard. Now, let me tell you, these are not like, oh, save me, Prince, I'm in a castle locked up by my mother. No, it's not like that. It's like own story tales that the main character themselves saves themselves from the situation. Now, the best part about it has Dumbledore. It has like suggestions and thoughts of Dumbledore, which is absolutely amazing, literally. So they're basically 5 stories in them, and one of them is a message from Baroness Nicholson of Winterborn. So yeah, and it also has one of the famous stories also in the Harry Potter series, the 3 brothers, or the Deathly Hallows story, people like to call it for some reason. Anyways, yeah, Tale of the 3 brothers. So you should read this, and if you have any siblings or cousins you'd like to give this to, you can make them read this. You yourself can read this, and instead of Cinderella, you can make your siblings who can't read these books. Next is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Now, this is a book about cancer, which it's basically about cancer, and it's like I said, for the older crowd. So it's basically about a girl, you know, a cancer kid. It's basically about the life of cancer kid and how it is for cancer. So if you like books like these about real world, of course you can read them. Next is a very funny book, 13 Stories Treehouse. Now, I guess this is the first part of the series. Yes, first part. So it's basically about two people, Andy Griffiths and Terry Denton. So they basically are on the journey of Let's Treehouse and writing their books. Basically, the funny part is Andy Griffiths and Fred Denton are the same people who wrote and illustrated this book. So probably it's about them, but it's super fun, super funny also. It's basically about, them losing their neighbor's cat, and it's all going haywire. So definitely you should read this book before you're too old, because this is a great book. Class 6 and 7. Next book is a book of Sudha Murthy, my favorite Indian author. So Sudha Murthy, as you know, is the mother-in-law of the Prime Minister of UK. I guess President or Prime Minister. So this is about grandmother telling her granddaughters stories in their summer vacations, and these stories are not like moral stories. These are stories that are fun to read, at the same time refresh your mind. So this is a book you should read, and if you're not in class 6 and 7 or 8, or you're in 5 or 4 or 3, you should still read this book, because this is rated for all the ages unless you're very old for these, which no one is, I guess. Next is a very, very famous, series. Right now it is because of the new series, Percy Jackson. I don't have the first version, like Narnia, it's in my Kindle, but oh my god, I'm in love with this. So it's basically about a kid named Percy Jackson who finds out he's the demigod child of a god who's not supposed to have a demigod child. I'm not going to tell you this because I don't want to give you hints, but let me tell you, the name starts with P and rhymes with go side with him. Okay, so this book in particular is about Percy Jackson with 20 of his friends going to the so the fate of the entire world falling on his shoulders, and he's gonna fight, I guess, Kronos. Yeah, I know, Kronos. So you should read this book. It's amazing, all ages again. But this is the best book for middle school. Next we have Christmas Tales by Enid Blyton. This book is one of my one of my favorite tales. This is about Christmas tales, which is very fun to read in Christmas, of course. So it's about doesn't teach morals, but more, it's magical, about elves and all. And it's about really cool tales. And I'm going to give you some of my favorite ones, which is A Coat for the Snowman, The Golden Key, A Christmas Legend, and where is it again? Yes, The Hole in Her Stocking. Oh yes, and The Man Who Wasn't Father Christmas. Okay, now if you're a Harry Potter fan, read this. These have all the facts you didn't know. Like, I'm gonna tell you one. Fred and George hit Voldemort with snow. Did you know that? It's super hilarious. And there's one why they call Voldemort, you know who? Because not because of they're afraid. The thing isn't here. Read this. I recommend it. Please. Next, I had the second version, something close to the first version. You're welcome. And this is basically Diary of a Wimpy Kid, as you know. So it's basically about this wimpy kid, or Gregory, who is finding it hard, for his parents not being there, and his brother in charge, being the eldest son. And it wasn't even, and the summer was very lousy. So, recommending this book. And another book I recommend, which I don't have right now, is Tom Gates. It's kind of like Wimpy Kid, but different. It's funnier, a little better. Or like, this is Wimpy Kid, this is Tom Gates. That. So yeah, you should definitely read this. And I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I hope you please leave a like. And if you like the video, my first video, please subscribe. Thank you.